Welcome to the Feminine Reset podcast. I'm Urania, a feminine mindset coach. I combine subconscious reprogramming with feminine energy work to help women stop settling, rewire their patterns, and step into their most powerful feminine identity. This podcast is your space to shift on every level: mental, emotional, and energetic, so you can create the love, success, happiness, and abundance you deserve, all with softness and power. Because I truly believe we don't have to choose. We can be both soft and powerful. Now let's begin your feminine reset. Welcome to the very first episode of the Feminine Reset podcast. This has been a long overdue, but I'm so happy that I'm finally taking the time to create this. So before we even start with this first episode, I think it's a really good idea for me to share with you why I started this podcast. So I have been on YouTube for the past 5 years, and I have been uploading there almost every single week for the past 5 years. So if you don't follow me there, definitely go over there and give me a follow. You can find me under my full name, Urania Nelom, or MyFemDaily. But the reason I started this podcast is because I wanted to create a softer and cozier space. A place for me where I can just share what's truly on my heart without prepping too much, without needing to have everything perfect. I can just sit, have the mic, and just share the deeper lessons and give you those feminine reflections behind everything that I teach. And on top of that, I've wanted to create this podcast for the longest time. And I'm now really giving myself permission to do it and to share what's on my heart. If you don't know me yet, I would love to share a bit of my background so you understand who you're listening to. So I grew up in a single parent household, and I spent much of my adult life in survival mode, trying to be strong, trying to be everything for everybody, being hyper independent. I actually think being independent as a woman is a good thing, but it can become a problem when you are hyper independent and you are unable to receive support or ask for help. And that was me. I also didn't understand the importance of resting and slowing down. And then a few years ago, I experienced a burnout. And at one point, I even developed a partial facial paralysis. It was a very difficult season in my life. But that season did force me to slow down and to look at my life in a completely different way. And that's when I discovered feminine energy. At first, I didn't fully understand it, but there was something in me that felt so drawn to this information. I loved the idea of softness, flow, beauty, and magnetism. So I dove fully into the information. After my burnout, I also became afraid of my masculine energy. I felt that because I was too masculine, that led me to have that burnout and that led me to have that facial paralysis. And that made me focus fully on my feminine energy, and I kind of abandoned my masculine energy, looking back simply because I was afraid of it. But over time, I realized that I shouldn't be afraid of my masculine energy. I need to learn how to balance my masculine and my feminine. I've always been ambitious, and I learned that my ambition and my drive comes from my masculine. So instead of me completely neglecting it, I need to learn how to balance it. Because I learned that true feminine power is not about rejecting structure or ambition. It's about being both soft and powerful. And alongside that, I want to talk about something else that I believe our generation of women is truly here to shift, and that is breaking patterns. So many of the beliefs that we carry about love, money, our worthiness, our self didn't start with us. They were passed down through our families, our mothers, our fathers, or our surroundings. And I believe that this generation is meant to break those patterns. And from that, create a balance between our feminine and masculine energy. And I believe when we do that, we don't only change ourselves, ladies, we also change the world. And if there is something that the world needs more right now, it's more feminine energy. It's more peace, more softness, more compassion, more connection. And change always starts with ourselves. And another topic that I can't wait to share more about this with you is the feminine compass method. And the feminine compass is my signature framework that guides women back to balance. I like to look at it as a chair, and the chair has 4 legs, and each leg represents one of the feminine pillars. We have the anchor, the muse, the queen, and the heart. The anchor stands for our stability and our safety. The muse stands for our magnetism, our joy and excitement in life, and our beauty. The queen stands for our personal power, our vision for our lives, and taking action. And the heart stands for love. Love for ourselves and love for others. When all 4 are strong and aligned, you will feel grounded, inspired, confident, and connected. And that's what I want for women. And this is why I believe we can be both strong and powerful. These 4 archetypes are a mixture of our feminine and our masculine energy. And I will be definitely sharing more about this in upcoming episodes. So that is what this podcast is about. We will talk about feminine energy, mindset, identity, and the patterns that keep us stuck, along with the tools and the principles inside the feminine compass method. There is so much I want to share, and I'm so excited to get started. So if you are ready to rewire your patterns, embody your softness, and rise into your next level with grace, then this is your space. And that rhymes. And if you want to, you can follow me on Instagram as well, if you want to connect. Or if you're listening to the podcast, definitely share it with me. Tag me on Instagram at Urania Nelom. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, ladies. And remember, you can be both soft and powerful. You don't have to choose. See you in the next one.